Hey guys, so this is an update on my GoFundMe and the official uh, response from the government. Oh, to the government from my lawyer. Trying to see what I can show y'all. Just don't want to show you my address. Here it is. Hold on. Sorry. Response to the Social Security claim. If y'all can read that. I'll put this as the thumbnail, but it says we put in an appeal to the Appeals Council in Falls Church, Virginia, Whitestown, Kentucky. I have no idea. It can take up to 9 months to process an appeal. This is my lawyer's information. Just for new people or people that are stupid and think that everybody that has a GoFundMe and everybody that applies for disability and everybody that whatever is trying to get help in the world is a liar. The world didn't used to be like this, y'all. That's why your word is your bond, because you're bonded to your word. And once your word becomes untrue, you become a liar. I'm not saying that you can't recover from being a liar, but if you lie too much, then you burn too many bridges. That's my lawyer right there. So you know this isn't bullshit. This is real. So yes, that means that my appeal or my court hearing took me 10 years to get just to be fucking denied. If you live in the U.S., they basically just want you to drop dead and then pay you. And guess what? I have a sister in Christ who also plays WoW and other stuff. That's how we met. Because I normally don't talk to women in public ever. It's less than 20 times in my life as an adult I've talked to women, so it's very rare. When I'm talking, that's in a romantic tense. Uh, in general, I talk to everybody. Uh, but if I see somebody has like on a cat shirt or Spurs or a horror movie or Bible shirt or anything, I'll talk to them and they usually end up following me on here or whatever. Uh, but she had a Blizzard lanyard on, and then I was like, "Oh, you play Blizzard too?" She's like, "Yeah, I play WoW and Hearthstone." I was like, "Oh, me too." Well, she had a friend that got approved for disability at like 55 years old, trying to get her whole life. She got it like on a Monday, and she died on a Tuesday, y'all. So just imagine the feeling you have. You work your whole life to get something that you really need, and then when you finally get it, you die the next day. So your last thoughts are like, "Yeah, I did all this for nothing," and that's how this feels, effectively. But rest in peace to that lady. And that's happened. That happens every day, all day in America. Um, One thing I wanted to say, I never noticed, but the Statue of Liberty, the Lady Liberty, she has a lit fire thing, bundle of fire, or she has a lit torch in her hand, and I was like, oh. And then she's got the shackle on her leg and all this stuff. It's basically a mirror of Lucifer, the fallen angel. That's what the Statue of Liberty is. Which is so ironic because it's like, we were the melting pot in the 1800s, 1900s. All the different people from around the world got to come here under the pretense that, oh yeah, liberty and freedom, and everybody's free and everybody's welcome and we're going to be one great nation. But Jesus already has it on lockdown. We just got to endure to the end, right? That's God's plan, not Lucifer's, but Lucifer's trying to masquerade as God. That's why he's a... I don't really like when people say that Lucifer is the God of this world, but I mean, whatever. They say he's a lowercase g. In my opinion, there's only one G. That's the uppercase G, and that's God. Lucifer ain't no God. He's like Diddy. He just follows on the success of other people and tries to take the credit for himself. Lucifer is Diddy. Straight up. He has no talent. He has nothing good to offer. Everything he does is bad. He's wicked. Like, he can't be trusted. He's vile. He's a snake. Like, Diddy and Lucifer are the same. Like, literally. And I knew that Diddy was a snake the first time I seen him. I think he got them little beady eyes. I don't trust dudes with beady eyes or people with beady eyes. And he's always like looking around and like, he's always like looking around in his interviews and stuff or whatever. Like, he just seems fidgety. Like he's planning on like taking notes on who's going to plot on next or something. But the point is, you know, we're not one nation under God. We're one planet under God. We're one earth under God. Literally, we're under God. Like, the firmament's above us, and we're below the Most High. So, we're one earth under God, you know. Or you could think it like he's the Father and we're the children, so we're below him. So even in that sense, literally, the Father comes, he's above us and we're below him because we're his children, because he was there first, right? But I want to ask you two things. One, what would God have to do for you non-believers? What would he have to do to convince you, to prove to you that he's real? Like, what could he do right now? And you're like, okay, I'm saved, I'm Christian. That's not how it works. It's not going to work like that, because people that don't want nothing to do with God don't want nothing to do with God no matter what you say or what they see. But hypothetically, what would God have to do to prove to you that he's real? Put a comment on that. I'd be interested to know. I don't care either way. I'm not judging. I just want to know. The Lord has asked me to ask y'all, so I'm asking. Second thing, let's say that I'm wrong. Let's say that I'm wrong about my faith and being Christian and all that, and that when we die, everything's just whatever it is, right? Okay. So let's say that I'm wrong. Let's say all the Christians are wrong. Let's say the Bible is wrong, hypothetically, and we all die and everything's whatever. Whatever happens, happens, right? Let's say in my case, everything's black for me. And then it's blue for another person and green for another person, whatever, right? Or let's say that I go to whatever bad place that you believe in, or I go to whatever good place you believe in. However you want to think about it. You can move it around however you want. But the point is that if I'm wrong, then I'm going to like a black place or a green place or a blue place. And there's nothing going on. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm here, right? There's no pain, there's no nothing, whatever. If you want to insert like family or whatever, those types of things you can. That's not really the point so much as the point being that if you're wrong and I'm right, so if Jesus is right and you're wrong and you don't believe in him, then your destination is hell. And you can look up Aleister Crowley, you can look up Voltaire, and you can look up Anton LaVey. I think Voltaire's one specifically said he was a stout atheist, and then when he was dying, he's like, "Oh, I'm on fire." That's what he said. This was his dying words. And those other two guys, Anton LaVey and Aleister Crowley, are the top two most super Satan saying people. It's like Satan, Anton LaVey, or no, Satan, Aleister Crowley, Anton LaVey. Straight up. So if his top two dudes, his top two ride or dies, if you look at their last words, this is not fake, y'all. This is real life we're talking about. Just go and look it up. And you let me know if that's the risk that you'd want to take. Just because of whatever. So the point is if you had a bad place I was going to go to and it was going to be horrible things, like sharks eat me up and then I reanimate or I regenerate, come back together and do it all over again, right? Why would I, if you had a solution to be like, hey, you don't have to have that happen. You can do this. Why would you not do that? Because see, humans, we always think of short term. We have no ability to think of long term. Ironically, even though we have the capability to, we just don't. So when y'all want to think about things such as heaven and hell or a good place or a bad place, as you're still thinking like, oh yeah, 100 years, I'll be 100 years in, or it'll be 1,000 years in hell or 1,000 years in heaven. Well, I think 1,000 days is one day to God, or one day to God is 1,000 days. You see what I mean? If we had God's level of outlook on time, y'all wouldn't be messing around like you're doing with your salvation, man. Because one thing I can promise you for 100% certainty, anybody that's in hell, they got the last person that tried to minister to them, try to tell them about Jesus, about being saved. Every single one of them for eternity is gonna think, I wish I would have listened to Carnagias or Harley Quinn or Joker or Bob or Becky or Karen or Larry, whatever. Just one more second to call on the name of the Lord. So, you know, I'm just curious. I'm not putting condemnation or judgment or being condescending, or I'm not that type of person at all. I was asking a general question. Might make you think. Because at the end of the day, when you can die how you want to die when you go up out of here, or when you die, you can die believing whatever you want to believe. But if everybody throughout time has been saying the same thing over and over and over and over, and the only name that gets people pissed off is Jesus. They don't care about nothing else you talking about. Barney, Elmo, Goku, Vegeta, Batman, Superman. They don't care about none of that. Don't care about none of that. But as soon as you say Jesus, people start getting a little bit irritated. I wonder why. Jesus works both ways. You can call on him and you can get conviction to start doing right, or the demons come out and they get mad and people get possessed with an angry spirit because they got bad spirits in them, literally. You know, like when I say spirit, I mean like it's a euphemism, or being hyperbolic rather. It's like, you know, you have a spirit of anger because you're always mad, or you're always like screwing everybody. You got a spirit of lust, or you're always stealing. You got a spirit of theft. See what I mean? Um, anyways, so I'm extremely unwell at this moment. I don't know what's going to happen. I was trying to really not do this, but I'm probably going to have to end up finding like a caretaker or a roommate. Um, so I guess that's the lesser of the other one than to, you know. But not only is my, because I don't think y'all be hearing when I say 6 brain surgeries. I don't think y'all be really understanding If you never had even one surgery, and if you had a surgery and you have like a month recovery, even a rehabilitation, anybody that's had a major surgery and has to recover can tell you how grueling that is. And that's just for my head. That's not counting my Crohn's or my other stuff. I've had major surgeries my whole life, and rehabilitation. The worst part of surgery is not the surgery. It's not. It's not like when you wake up after the surgery and they give you pain medicine. It's when you get home. The recovery. Recovery is the worst part of surgery. And any athlete, any doctor, anybody that's had a lot of surgeries like me, they'll tell you that. And that takes a toll on your body. And I just can't get around good no more at all. And so I'm working on trying to find like a live-in caretaker or slash roommate or something like some. It's kind of a weird one-off thing that doesn't really happen very often, but um, there are people like that all the time. My dad actually had somebody like that. Well, she ended up being more like his girlfriend really, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I've tried to put it off as long as I can at this point, hoping I don't get evicted because I think about to be 3 months. I don't even know. Last month and this, I think I'm 2 months past due on rent. It's about to be 3. So, assuming that I can get my rent paid somehow, which I'm not feeling very confident at this moment, it's yeah, I just don't want to talk about it no more. But anyway, that's the update. Let me know what y'all think. And Orly Rodriguez, I think was his name. Thank you for subscribing. And all the new people that subscribe, thank you for subscribing. The people on Twitch. And I'm live on Twitch and YouTube 24/7. So, got Harley Quinn. I don't know where Joker is. But anyways, guys, I'm out.